Cowboys Nation, I've got news that's about to turn the NFL upside down. The Dallas Cowboys just dropped a bombshell that nobody saw coming. We're talking a signing so big, so unexpected, it's got every sports talk show buzzing and every fan's jaw on the floor. Trust me, you do not want to miss this. Jerry Jones has outdone himself this time, and when I tell you who's joining the star, you might not believe it. But I promise you, this is 100% real, and it's about to change everything for America's team. So, are you ready to have your mind blown? Let's dive into the biggest Cowboys news of the year. Hey there, Cowboys Nation. Welcome to Dallas Cowboys Fan, your ultimate destination for all things America's team. Whether you bleed blue and silver or are just starting to catch Cowboys fever, this is the place. If you are a die-hard fan, please make sure to subscribe for more latest news and updates of your favorite team. Before we dive into this earth-shattering news, make sure you smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you never miss out on the latest and greatest Cowboys content. Now, let's get into it. All right, Cowboys faithful, take a deep breath because what I'm about to tell you is going to blow your mind. The Dallas Cowboys have just inked a deal with none other than Travis Kelce. Yes, you heard that right. The superstar tight end who's been tearing up the league with the Kansas City Chiefs is now donning the star on his helmet. This move came out of absolutely nowhere, blindsiding the entire NFL community. Just yesterday, Kelce was catching passes from Patrick Mahomes, and now he's set to line up alongside CeeDee Lamb and terrorize defenses for the Cowboys. It's a seismic shift that has the potential to reshape the entire NFC East and the Cowboys' Super Bowl aspirations. Now, I know what you're thinking. How in the world did Jerry Jones pull this off? Well, let me break it down for you. It turns out that behind the scenes there's been some tension brewing in Kansas City. Rumors have been swirling about disagreements between Kelce and the Chiefs' management regarding his role in the offense and his contract situation. The Cowboys, always on the lookout for game-changing talent, swooped in at just the right moment. Jerry Jones, being the master deal-maker that he is, apparently made Kelce an offer he couldn't refuse. We're talking about a hefty contract that not only compensates Kelce for his on-field production, but also takes into account his growing media presence and celebrity status. It's a win-win for both parties. Kelce gets the recognition and compensation he deserves, and the Cowboys get a generational talent at tight end. But let's talk about what this means for the Cowboys on the field. Dak Prescott must be doing backflips right now because he's just gained one of the most reliable and dynamic targets in the NFL. Kelce's ability to find soft spots in the defense, make clutch catches, and turn short gains into big plays is unparalleled. Imagine the mismatches he'll create when lined up alongside CeeDee Lamb and Michael Gallup. Opposing defensive coordinators are going to have nightmares trying to scheme against this offense. And it's not just about his receiving skills. Kelce is also an excellent blocker, which should provide a significant boost to the Cowboys' running game. Ezekiel Elliott and Tony Pollard must be licking their chops at the thought of running behind Kelce's blocks. This signing has the potential to elevate every aspect of the Cowboys' offense to new heights. But there's more to this story than just X's and O's. Kelce brings with him a winning pedigree and a championship mentality. He's been to multiple Super Bowls, winning 2 of them, and knows what it takes to perform at the highest level when the stakes are at their peak. This kind of experience and leadership is invaluable, especially for a Cowboys team that has struggled to get over the hump in the playoffs. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. How does this affect the salary cap? Well, Cowboys fans, Jerry Jones, and the front office have worked some serious magic here. They've structured Kelce's contract in a way that minimizes the immediate cap hit, pushing some of the money into future years, when the cap is expected to rise significantly. It's a bold move, but one that shows the Cowboys are all in on winning now. Of course, a move this big doesn't come without its share of controversy. Chiefs fans are understandably devastated, and there's been some backlash on social media. Some are questioning Kelce's loyalty, while others are praising him for making a business decision. It's a reminder that, at the end of the day, the NFL is a business, and players have to do what's best for their careers. But let's be real for Cowboys fans. This is nothing short of a dream come true. The team has addressed one of its biggest needs in spectacular fashion, adding a player who can be a difference maker from day one. The excitement around this team is now at fever pitch, and expectations for the upcoming season have skyrocketed. It's not just fans who are buzzing either. Analysts and former players have been weighing in nonstop since the news broke. Hall of Fame quarterback Troy Aikman called it a game-changing move that puts the Cowboys in prime position to compete for a Super Bowl. Meanwhile, former Cowboys tight end Jason Witten praised Kelce's skill set and predicted he'd break several team records. There are still some questions to be answered, of course. How quickly will Kelce be able to build chemistry with Dak Prescott? How will he fit into Mike McCarthy's offensive scheme? And perhaps most intriguingly, how will this affect the dynamics in the locker room? These are all storylines we'll be following closely as we head into training camp. Now, I'm not saying this deal is done. Far from it. There are a lot of moving parts, a lot of details to be ironed out. The Raiders would have to be willing to part with their star receiver, which is no small ask. The Cowboys would have to find a way to make the financials work, both in terms of the cap and in terms of what they're willing to give up in draft compensation. But here's the thing, Cowboys Nation. The fact that we're even having this conversation, that there's legitimate buzz around this possibility, tells you something. It tells you that the Cowboys are serious about competing, not just for the NFC East title, not just for a playoff spot, but for the whole dang thing. They're looking at the roster, they're seeing how close they are, and they're thinking, what if? What if we add that one final piece? One thing's for sure, the NFC East just got a whole lot more interesting. The Philadelphia Eagles, New York Giants, and Washington Commanders now have an even bigger challenge on their hands. The Cowboys were already a force to be reckoned with, but adding Kelce to the mix takes them to a whole new level. As we wrap up this video, I want to hear from you, Cowboys Nation. What do you think about this shocking signing? Are you excited to see Travis Kelce in a Cowboys uniform? How many touchdowns do you think he'll score this season? Let me know in the comments below, and let's get a discussion going. And hey, if you enjoyed this video and want to stay up to date on all things Cowboys, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We'll be bringing you in-depth analysis, player interviews, and all the latest Cowboys news as we gear up for what promises to be an unforgettable season.